Acclimatizing in Samagaun. Making these videos has opened my eyes to many things on this trek. For one, I did not fully appreciate just how practical and well thought out our trekking schedule was. Awesome job, Ray. This is our third night at 3,500 meters, and our group is about to split into two. Some chasing Manaslu Base Camp, far and away my hardest climb on the entire trek. The others stayed lower and ended up swimming. Yep, you heard that right. Swimming in the Glacier Lake, and then experiencing what few trekkers ever see when they were invited inside a Himalayan home. Same day, completely different experience. Samagaun at 3,500 meters is where everything slows down. You rest, acclimatize, and decide how far you want to push yourself on a non-trekking day. Because from here, there are two very different ways to spend those days. I've included a bonus at the end of this video showing and describing the stone houses. Enjoy the video. We see a mountain, the Nubri Sea Protector. Manaslu, or Kutang Himal, is literally mountain of the spirit, and in this region, that spirit is felt everywhere. The culture here is a deep blend of Buddhism and older tradition. These peaks aren't just rocks and ice, they're the homes of gods. It's why climbing here is so heavy with meaning. A change in the weather isn't just bad luck, it's often seen as a sign of divine displeasure. From monasteries like Pungyen Gompa, which is above Law, to the heights of Pungyen, right here at the base of Manaslu, the goal is simple: respect. Whether you're trekking or summiting, you don't just walk into the landscape, you ask permission. Our guides made sure to do exactly that, honoring the forces that protect these trails and those that pass over them. The challenge has been calling for days now. Arriving in Samagaun forced me to answer the base camp call. Wading through the usual internal negotiations you have with yourself before committing. Self-doubt around fitness, distance, altitude. I decided I'm going to do it. After all, the future me will be more disappointed by the things that I didn't do than the things that I did. While some lay in and then enjoyed a leisurely breakfast, we climbed. This would turn out to be the hardest climb of my entire Manaslu experience. The climb from Samagaun to Manaslu Base Camp isn't just another trekking day, it's a test. The trail rises slowly out of the village, then rises sharply, each step slightly harder than the last. At this altitude, progress slows, conversation fades. You focus on breathing and the rhythm of your feet.
We're on our way to base camp this morning. It's up over that ledge there. Yes, I'm out of breath already, and we have only been walking for about 20 minutes. I guess the altitude is something. Clouds slowly sliding over the lake. Every turn here is just breathtaking. Pavarotti, stand back. Calving at its best. This is hard. I don't even think Ironman was this hard. Good heavens.
Before we start the last push, we're passed by a mule train. Stepping aside as I should, the mules bunched at the start of a steep section. I was waiting for that myself. Maybe I was bunching. And I get a good bump by one of the mules. Another step back and I'd have gone down a few hundred meters. Game over. Well, that got the heart pumping. Unfortunately, my legs had other ideas. The final 200 meters was super gnarly, taking me almost 90 minutes. I whisper into the wind, "This is super hard." Manaslu replies, "Not hard, mate, just a bit of Himalayan meditation." I watch young Rob stride up the hill. Me, 5 steps, rest. 5 steps, rest. Repeat. Vistari, slowly, slowly. You don't rush this climb, you negotiate with it, one breath at a time. That would have been a stumble. Straight on there. Almost at the top, I see Mark behind me and ask if he's also taking it hard. His reply was simple: "I'm behind you to make sure you didn't turn around." He must have read my mind, as I did consider this more than once. And then, almost without warning, the valley opens. Prayer flags appear first, snapping in the wind. Then ice, then silence. And standing there almost 6 hours in, at the foot of Manaslu, you realize something simple. Best views come after the hardest climbs. It reminds me of a quote by John Muir, the great US outdoorsman, who said, "In every walk with nature, one receives far more than one seeks." And we sure did.
Like it's top of the way then.
Yeah, like all of these camps.
Just how many of them, and just look how many there. Oh, how many pads are built here.
Yeah.
While we climbed and then descended back to the valley, the lake group had a later start and a gentle climb above Samagaun. What was that? Not so fast with a gentle, please. Okay. I remember my comment earlier about being out of breath after 20 minutes. Within an hour, they reached Birendra Lake, named for a king, a glacial lake glowing turquoise beneath Manaslu. Then, crazy happened. 4 of them decided to do something most people would never consider: swim. Yep, swim. The water is just above freezing, fed directly from the glacier, a bracing 2 degrees, or somewhere around 34 degrees Fahrenheit, at nearly 3,700 meters. Oh, scratch that. At any altitude. This isn't just cold, it's shocking. Swimmer testing the water. It's not that cold. After a little while, swimmer, after ducking into the water, thinking to herself, I can't feel my life choices. After a colder than bracing swim, some time was spent remembering family past and friends not there. 2 stone cairns were erected to honor these memories. Dressed and warm again, the group then head off to the 400-year-old monastery, Pungyen Gompa, that sits on a small hill above Samagaun, beneath the towering face of Manaslu. It was built to honor a powerful mountain deity who looks over the valley, offering protection and comfort. Their next stop was a tour of a Samagaun stone house. As I was not there, and after some research, I decided to add a section that covers how people live in the village. I did need to generate some images, as I did not have all the material necessary. I hope you find the information useful and informative. Look forward to your feedback in the comments. The stone houses of the Manaslu region represent centuries of adaptation to extreme mountain conditions. Built almost entirely from local materials and community knowledge, they demonstrate a practical blend of knowledge passed down over the centuries, engineering, climate awareness, and cultural tradition. If, like me, you're wondering about the blue roofs, I asked Chiring Sherpa, our main guide, about this. I had wrongly assumed there must be a religious meaning. He replied with a mischievous smile, "Discount." He explained that after the 2015 earthquake, stone roofs caused many deaths and damage. Metal roofs are now used and may be required, I'm not sure about that. And the color was due to buying in bulk and getting the best price. In this case, blue. Chiring said in his valley the roofs are mostly green. From the outside, these homes look simple. Stone walls, small windows, centuries-old patina weathered by wind and time. But step inside and you begin to understand the heart of the home is this room where everything happens. Cooking, eating, gathering, all centered around a single fire. The chulu, or stove, isn't just for food. It's conversation, it's heat, it's comfort, it's survival through long, freezing winters. 800mm or 32-inch thick stone walls hold in warmth, while timber beams flex with the earth, built to withstand the tremors that shake these mountains. I'll put up 2 graphics generated by ChatGPT and Gemini. Feel free to pause the video on each so that you can read the descriptions. It's quite informative. Families share just a few rooms. Simple spaces, carefully used. Every inch matters. Food is stored for months, carried in by mules or grown in the short alpine season. Nothing is wasted here. It's certainly not luxury, but it's resilience. A way of living shaped by altitude, tradition, and the mountain itself. A lot of this damage happened in the earthquake that they had it was in 2016. A lot of new buildings popped up after that.
We were saying in the new houses, they do this all the time, but in the older ones, they didn't have, they used glacial rocks. Sometimes you'd see a pattern of rocks through them. I saw them building this.
I wonder what the reason for that is.
I think it's because it's stone.
It's more useful.
I guess it depends.
New homes are now designed with wooden structural bands, Dajii, that allows for more flex in these conditions. To truly appreciate the architecture, it helps to understand a day spent within the walls of a traditional Samagaun home, a rhythm dictated by the chulo, the sun, and the seasonal migration of livestock. It's 5:30, the house is cold, rising heat from the animals the only warmth. The family wakes, and the first task is to reignite the chola. A small amount of dried yak dung or juniper twigs is fed into the chulu firebox to warm the water tank, providing hot water for the morning puja or prayers and butter tea. Time's moved on. The family moves from the low sleeping platforms to the benches surrounding the stove. Breakfast, usually tsampa, roasted barley flour mixed with tea, is prepared on the stove's flat iron top. The smoke gently curls upwards, performing a daily ritual of curing the wooden ceiling joists and keeping them seasoned and insect-free. 9 a.m. The sun's up. As the household chores begin, the livestock are released to the higher pastures. The warmth generated during the night now trapped within the stone foundation, keeping the floor joists of the living level from becoming brittle. The midday sun hits the thick outer stone walls, which act as a thermal sponge, silently charging with heat to be released after the sunset, while the inside temperature remains nicely regulated. It's early evening, animals back in the ground floor barn, evening temperatures dropping, the family gathers once again around the cholo. Dinner's cooked, warm water from the copper tank heated throughout the day, used for a final wash, the chulu radiating stored heat. turning the kitchen into a warm sanctuary. We may perform this practice in our own homes, not as rustic, I guess, and perhaps it's the TV, but it's the warmth of the home. Sleep creeps into the valley. Fires banked with ash to keep it smouldering for the morning. The wooden structural bands, Dajii, hold the walls firm against the nocturnal mountain winds. The new metal roofs, often covered with thick slate, settle under the weight of the Himalayan night. I hope that you've gained a new perspective from this section. Leave a comment about what you learned. I'd sure appreciate hearing from you. Subscribe to follow along on our Manaslu trek as we head to Samdo for 2 nights, and then it's over the Laki Pass. Thanks for your time.